Greetings, survivors. Today we're going to talk about strip mining. It's what I usually do for mining. Some people have asked about it because it's something that it's a good way of getting a lot of resources, a lot of ore, and not have collapses on you. So first, we are going to find some place to do this strip mining at, and we are looking for ore patches, which are these brownish things here. We'll probably want to get some place with a lot of ore patches, such as here, or maybe here. That also seems to have a lot of ore patches. See, there's a rough format for a large patch there, and here as well. So let's pick one of them. Let's say here, and we'll go there. Take a brief trip in that direction. So see there, the ore patch there. But the one we want is further ahead. It's about this clay patch here. There's also an ore patch. Now, there's some zombies around. But I'm going to stop the zombies just so that we don't have to deal with the hustle. Now, let me cut this tree down. Where is the zombie? Oh, there he is. So he's going to watch our work. Alright, so we have a rough patch of, well, we have a patch of gravel, which is this. And we are going to work on that patch. Now, we need a few things for that. Obviously, we need an iron pickaxe. We are going to need wood frames. Let me turn this on so that inventory gets faster. We're going to need wood frames and pick iron axe. We are also going to need a shovel. And for all of that, I'm going just to go to the creative menu. Let's get a shovel here. Iron shovel. I'm going to swing that one faster. Oh, actually, diamond edge. Yeah, why not? I don't pick anything. Pickaxe. Let's also get the diamond one. That's just so I can do things faster for this. Is this the wood frames? Okay. So I can do things faster for this example here. Now we have the pickaxe. Now have a pickaxe, a shovel, some wood frames. I already have a claw hammer in my um, inventory. For I already have the claw hammer, so I can upgrade the wood frames. Now there is on vanilla I use, and here I use as well, metal trussing blocks, and you see what I use them for. But there are two items that are very specific to Ravenhearst, and one which is true mining TNT. I guess 20 should be enough. And wood bridge. Oh, I guess it's marked as development block. Bridge wood block. Okay. Now this is dev blocks, but that's a mistake. If you look at the, if you search here, bridge wood block, you can make it out of 40 polished wood. That's equivalent to 40 wood. And it can be made on, I guess, advanced workbench. Now, the bridge wood block, the big advantage is that it has a max load of 200 for a mass of 5. That means I can stack a lot of blocks on this thing. On vanilla, I use cobblestone for the same purpose, and I also use more metal trussing blocks, which I don't expect will be necessary here. Now, to start with, we'll get our true mining. Oh, you also did a detonator, and I'm going to use my magnum for that. So, is this a true mining TNT? Okay. I didn't recall it has having this appearance. Let's see roughly the center. I guess so. So replace that the true mining TNT, and then you just shot it. Okay. Now I took some damage. A lot of plant fibers. I took some damage because the debris hit me. But generally speaking, you won't get any damage from the... Well, you don't get any damage from the true mining TNT if you're just a little bit farther from it. The debris can be a problem. Now we're just going to do that over and over. Oh, that... Okay, something hit me pretty good this time. Something did hit me really good this time. I continue. Put these place blocks here. Now you might want to do something to mark the center in some way. So I already used 5. We are about 5 deep here. We are about to hit the sun layer. We have a lot of resources here. See, raw iron, some dirt. Now on vanilla, I dig with a shovel, and up to this level is just shovel. There is no stone, no ore. Just cleaning all the ore from here. Here. Okay, all disappeared now. All right, so you can see now there is ore showing up. Let's grab the shovel here just to take out these corners here. You can see the ore here. And remember that when you dig gravel, on the last hit you get some ore. So if you look at the bottom right of my screen, you see I got 1 iron. So that means that the ore around here it's going to be iron. On Ravenhearst, I'm on the forest, so it's always iron. On vanilla, that's going to be different. Now we are going to explode one more here. ore. So you see that the iron is still standing. See, iron here and here. So the true mining TNT doesn't do as much damage to iron, so you still have the iron resource sticking out. Now let's switch to something else. And this is the point at which I stop using the true mining TNT. And of course on vanilla I'm digging all of that by hand, so it's all the same. Now on vanilla, about 4 blocks down, I place support blocks. So on vanilla, it's about 4 blocks high. It's just when I'm low enough to put a roof above my head. So let's go here. So here it's a little bit difficult. Let's place one here just for reference. Oh, the ground is lower here. And the ground is higher here. Okay, just the ground is higher. Let's correct this here just so we can look at what it, the correct placement. So if I'm here, I can already place the block. And if I go one higher, well, I could place it here, but not here. I can drop down and then place a block, or just go one lower and place a block. Okay, and on vanilla I will cover everything and place some supporting blocks here to keep the roof in place. So let's jump here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good enough. Too higher here. And then you start to place a roof and you cover all up. You just cover everything up. Well, actually it's supposed to be lower. Sorry about that. And then the next one is place a few blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe place one other one here. There. And then you, place other blocks to the side and so forth until you have the roof covering all over, so that zombies won't fall on you. And that's why I do this 4 blocks low in vanilla. This is pretty low. If I was to dig all the way here, it will take a long while. So I just do it faster on vanilla. Now, after I have these blocks there, the temporary roof, let me pick the pickaxe just so it gets these out of the way. So we'll, well, not to this side, but we'll make a real supporting pillar. And for that, I dig all the way to bedrock, place supporting blocks, and then I place one every 9 blocks. So that's one, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other one will be right here. The other will be right here. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use pickaxe to do that, but I'm going to pick diamond auger. I guess this is a good enough one. And some gas. Okay. So let's show how this works. 57? Yeah, 57. Bedrock is 58, so I dig to 57. And then I go back up with metal trussing. Is that ground level? Okay, this is ground level. We go with metal trussing 1 block lower than ground level. All right. Let's place some blocks here just so I don't break my leg again. We go 1 block lower. And at that point, I get my wood bridge block and just go from one side to the next pillar. And so forth. Now, the wood bridge block supports up to 40. Up to 40 blocks on each side, but there is a game limit of 15. So 9 is here. On top of my head is 10. So we can place a few more blocks here. 11, 12, 13, 14. And this is already ground level here. You might want to dig this here and replace it with a wood bridge block. That's another option. Because then this is going to be a pillar and you have more structural integrity. All right. But we do this every 9 blocks because we're going to cover all of it with the roof. I'm not going to do that, or maybe I will. I'm still not decided. Now, let me show the thing about structural integrity. We are going to show stability here. So you see that as the color goes lighter, you have less support. And this darker green means it's fully supported. So that's why I dug the side and put a wood block there, just so that that side also provides support as if I have dug all the way to the ground. However, am I wearing something? No, let me get something to Oh, I might just take off this hot stuff there. However, because this is dirt and not one of the pillars, this might lose support. Say if I'm down here, I might start digging. Oh, there is gravel there, so I start digging in the direction of the gravel here, and more gravel, and more gravel there. Let's dig one more. Now, the color is still somewhat dark, but not as darker as the pillar one. So this is the pillar one, and this is what we have here. We have some support because we have things on the sides, but this is no longer a fully supported block. And it doesn't provide as much structural integrity. So we do this every 9 blocks, So we'll do here as well. And just for, well, you can use web frame as well. Metal frame. Metal frames are relatively cheap. Let's look into what it takes to make these things. So the trussing block takes 40 iron and 5 clay, and that needs to be on a blacksmithing station in Ravenhearst or a forge in Vanilla. All right. So 40 iron. The frame, the scrap iron frame. The scrap iron frame, which is here somewhere. Scrap. Let's try just iron frame, see if I can find it like that. Iron frame. No, it's just not being helpful today. Scrap frame. Scrap frame. So scrap frame is just 15 iron. You can craft it in your own inventory. So it's cheaper. But I don't like it as much because for one, it has less structural integrity. Let's remove the stability here just to make this easier. It doesn't have as much structural integrity. Well, sorry, not the structural integrity. It doesn't have as many hit points. So this has 1000. I don't have any iron on me. Let's just grab a scrap frame. So a scrap frame has just 100. Now the difference is that if I'm digging with an auger and I hit one of them by mistake, that's just one hit, 95, so it will not destroy this. But if you're just holding the button down, I can move here and still have it not be completely destroyed, whereas the scrap frame will be completely destroyed. And the other reason is that I can pick the wood frames. So I can pick it by mistake. Say if I'm picking stuff with E, some ore on the ground with E, and I'm close to one of these, I can pick it by mistake. All right. Now you do need the forged iron to repair it. The scrap iron frame is just iron, so that's an advantage for the scrap iron frame as well. Let's pick everything up. All right. Now I have just a couple of these. I have just a couple of these pillars here. And we'll place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th will be right here, right where the see here. If I place a wood frame block there, this prevents it from being a fully supported block. Anyway, um, the edge is right at uh, the other pillar will be right at the edge on that side. This side probably as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not even there. Okay. Now I do recommend that you go to the sides. So the next one will be about here. Yes. So dig all the way down here, and the other one here, about here. Yes. No. Yes. So another one right about there. And here you also have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So another one here. And another one here. No, here. Yeah, with the leveling problem of the terrain, it's kind of difficult to place these blocks. So place wood frames, place pillars, stick all around, not just where you made your initial hole, and but at least one away from that, and place the metal trussing blocks all the way to bedrock, because you are going to go sideways. There's no way about it. If you look at these, uh, the gravel spots here, you see I just dug here, but we have gravel here, we have gravel here, and it also goes all the way to the sides. That means I will go uh, sideways when I dig this. Okay, now let's look at how this, what I do on vanilla. I'm going to show you guys one of my vanilla mines, which I dug using this technique. So let's look at it. This is what the mine on vanilla looks like. So I have an entrance here. I'm not going to use it. Another entrance here. I'm not sure which one is the current one, but I'm not going to use either of them because I want to show what it looks like. So uh, I have the metal trussing blocks going all the way up, but then I do crossbars from it to the sides. And let me see here, I'm pretty full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks between them. So um, every 9 blocks there's another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Every 9 blocks, another one. And then I put more metal trussing blocks. So here's not complete on this side. It's probably, there might have been, I don't know. Now, the reason for I use metal trussings is where I'm digging. If I stop digging on one side, like here, because there's no uh, more ore on that side, but then as I get down, I go back there, such as here. I'm going back in this direction. Um, the metal trussing blocks will help the stone around it uh, keep structural integrity so that it won't fall up on you. Now it's not as good as this, having the crossbars, but it's still pretty good if you haven't dug everything out. So this is what it looks like in vanilla. And now we are going back to, we'll go back to, let me get this back to the base. We'll go back to Ravenhearst and see what I do in Ravenhearst. All right. So that was vanilla. And the main difference here is that I do not use the metal trussing blocks, bars, crossing bars on the sides, because the bridge wood frame is good enough. Now you do have to be careful. If one of these wood frames get destroyed, you do not want to replace it with something that is not a wood frame. Sorry. If one of these bridge blocks get destroyed, you do not want to replace it with something else other than a bridge block. Because if you do that, then you lose all the benefit of the added structural integrity, right? So you just go to the sides, and let's pretend I placed the trussing frames here. So you have it crossing one side to the other, and from here to there as well. And then you can just cover everything up with wood frames. Now, one variant of this, which I actually like better, just not going to do this here because it takes longer to set up, is you make everything I'm doing here one block down from the ground level. So instead of placing this roof right at ground level, around here's just a little bit to the side. Instead of placing everything at ground level, you place one block here, one block down. So instead of here, you place it here. So the roof will be here, the wood bridge block frame would be here, right where that let's show you on this side here. So metal trussing would go here. Here would be the wood bridge block frames. The bridge wood block frames. No, not frames. The wood bridge blocks. Right? And then you cover everything. You cover the whole roof with sod. Let's see if I can do something like that here. So let's get the now this actually has less structural integrity. No, it doesn't have less structural. It has more. The metal has. Oh, I'm crouching. Okay. The metal trussing blocks have 220 structural integrity, whereas the 320 structural integrity and the bridge blocks have just 200. So the metal trussing blocks do provide more support, but this is good enough. So on a 9 by 9 space, you have 81 blocks. Okay, so from here to here, all of that is 81 blocks. And each side of the bridge wood bridge block, so here and here, supports 40 blocks. So we have 40 here and 40 here, but we also have 40 here and here, and here and here. So it's 80 per side per pillar, 80 per pillar, or 320 blocks. So the 4 pillars will support 320 blocks. And you don't even need to support 81 because the pillar itself doesn't count. So that's 77 blocks you need to support. So a single pillar can support all others. Suppose all other pillars got broken down somewhere below. Um, you need support 80, then just this single one is a pillar, so you need support all the others. That's 80 blocks. You can support all of that. Now you cannot support the metal trussing blocks beneath, so that part will probably collapse, or possibly collapse. It depends on how much, where it broke down. Depends on where it broke down, but overall you're good. You're good. I don't want to place these blocks there. It irritates me that these blocks are there, but because this is just a demonstration, I'm going to leave them. Despite the pain it causes my soul. That fell down because the supporting block was gravel, and gravel has almost no support at all. So I cover everything with sod. Let's disable this. I cover everything with sod. Right? Sod has a few advantages, so say I place it here by mistake, I can pick it right back up, and when it connects to the ground, you see that it connects seamlessly. Oh, see? Instead of with seams like here. So here we have like these holes around, but with sod we don't have any rows. If you're using sod to cover everything up, you can even not upgrade the wood blocks. Right? There. Now the last part is you need a ladder going down, and we do need to break one of these bridge blocks. Let's upgrade all of this really quick, just so. I'm gonna grab a nail gun. Yeah. Do not upgrade the bridge blocks. If you do upgrade the bridge blocks, you lose the structural integrity. So be careful not to upgrade bridge blocks. Okay, so by the lines of what did not get upgraded, you can roughly see where the wood bridge blocks frames are. So it goes from here to there. And place this here. So these are the wood bridge block frames. So wood bridge blocks, not frames. And everything here is covered. And you can see how this doesn't even look like the roof of something, but this is pretty much as good um, as the wood blocks will be. So everything is covered. Everything is covered here. And we have to now make ourselves an entrance. So this here is the pillar. And I can show the stability. So this is the pillar. I'm going to dig here. Well, break here. Now, this means I'm not getting the support. Now, this means this side is no longer providing any support. And what we do is we get the ladder, and I use wood ladder all the way down, all right? But this one I turn into an iron ladder because the ladder will support blocks on the sides, right? The ladder can support blocks. That's why I can place a ladder here, or more to the point, I can place a hatch. You just should have also got one. Let's get a hatch. Yeah, since I'm already using creative mode anyway, let's get it one. So this ladder provides full support, and you then just place the ladders down. Now you just do this on one pillar, and you have two options here. Either you dig all the way to bedrock, placing ladders right from the start, or as you dig down. So if I break this here, I can place another ladder, right? And because these ladders are being placed right next to the ground, they all provide structural integrity. They all act as pillars. So I can show stability again here. And the wood ladder itself, it's fully supported. If I break it, no, not the axe again. See the difference in color, how it instantly turned to a lighter color, and let's place it back. All right, fully supported. And that gives also full support to the roof. Now, the roof here is not upgraded. You don't need to upgrade it. One advantage of doing the upgrade is that you will not pick it up by mistake. Let's turn off stability. You have a roof which is completely protecting you from zombies, from weather. Mind you, it will rain through the hatch. Hatch does let rain pass. With the two options, either you have these edges here, and if you do have the edge, then really you have to dig this out. All these you have to dig this, the corners, and place wood frames. Everywhere there is a seam to the side. So here, and again there is a small seam there which lets zombies to see into the pit below. You just dig everything, cover it up on the sides. That might also provide some extra structural integrity. It might not if you dig underneath, which you are likely to do. And then you can just separate it. So now you cannot see underneath from the sides. And if you do use this and cover it up with sod, well, then it's all seamless. Now, if you do use the sod, you will have a problem with the hatch because you see there is a seam from here to there. So if the hatch is here, uh, there will be a seam on the sides with the sod. And the way I handle that, let me grab the auger. So let's say this block here is the ladder. So the ladder will be here, and remember, pick an iron ladder so it can provide as much support as even more support than the wood bridge blocks. So the ladder is there, and we have a hatch on top of it, right? If you put the hatch here, then there's going to be like a hole on the side. See there? The hatch here doesn't work. So you need the hatch here. But then you also need, get the chainsaw, diamond. Yeah, you. Okay? So the roof is supposed to be here. And in fact, that block is supposed to be a bridge block. So that's a bridge block. And then this is just normal roof here. And then the sod has to leave at least one block away. Because that way, if I'm going down, so if I'm going down, when I do go up, I can go out. So here, I can go out to the side. So you need to leave a hole on the sides and place the hatch on the ceiling, not on the sod if you go it that way. Or the alternative is to actually make some sides a little bit higher. And let's fix this. You can make sides a little bit higher. In fact, I'm gonna break this down again. At least on one side, just... Well, okay, these are all wood frames. Let's see, a ramp. Can grab a wood ramp here. Ramp corner, there. Where are the ramps themselves? here. So place a ramp here, a ramp here, here, place corners. Well, yeah, not here. Doesn't need to be a ramp. This can be just sod. Okay, and here as well. Okay, so this is roughly what the lamp, this will look like. Because this is not a supporting block, it's above. Then we can place, we can use a normal wood ladder here. You do need to use an iron ladder where the bridge wood blocks will be. Remember, iron ladder at the same level as the wood bridge blocks. And just place the ramp. So now it's something sticking out of the ground instead inside the ground. And when you go up or down, yeah, I'm going to have trouble with this. I knew it. Let's break it down really quick. There, wood bridge block, sod on the sides, and then you can go out. So this is the strip mining, and when you have all of that set up, you just come down here and you start digging. Now you see the gravel on the sides, don't do that. Dig all the way until you stop having gravel so that you can expose the minerals down there, because you can be sure there are minerals down there. This one. See here, minerals. So do dig all the way to the sides. While there's gravel, there are minerals. So make it as large as you need it to be right from the start, so that you have a good notion of how many pillars you have, and you can place all the pillars you need. And well, just do that. So this is strip mining. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.